Alright guys, this is a complete A to Z breakdown on my 100-day fat incinerator for high-performing business owners and professionals, or pretty much any man that wants to learn how to burn 20 pounds of body fat with my 100-day fat incinerator. And the cool thing is, you do not have to give up any of your favorite foods, give up carbs, or slave away on cardio machines, or spend hours in the gym that you can spend in your business or furthering on your business career. So this is how I got my client Trevor from a 255-pound dad bod owning independent entrepreneur here looking chubby as fuck with some man titties to lean and cut 211-pound confident man in under 100 days. And here his abs are starting to pop out. In the first 6 weeks, he lost 25 pounds with my metabolic hacking method, which we'll call MHM here. Then he lost 10 more pounds, bringing his total pounds weight loss in only 6 weeks. See here on the right, chubby as fuck man titties. On the right, his man titties are disappearing. His abs are starting to pop. Let me tell you guys, he has full-on washboard abs now. And this is just one of the high performers I've helped gain confidence along with melting 20 pounds of body fat in under 100 days, along with 475 other business owners, entrepreneurs, or men just like you. So who this is for? If you're an entrepreneur, you're crushing your business goals, but you're not happy the way your body looks, this is for you. If you're a high-performing business owner, but you're feeling low and lethargic after chugging 4 Red Bulls or drinking 20 cups of coffee, this is for you. If you're a top-performing CEO, but you suffer from a lot of brain fog, brain fatigue, this is also for you. If you're an entrepreneur, you're crushing all your career goals, but you're sick of your gut and your love handles oozing over your belt, this is for you. If you're a top-performing business professional, but you're too embarrassed to take your shirt off because you don't want anyone to see your fucking man titties, and you don't command respect in your dress shirt, this is for you. Who this is not for? If you're looking to melt body fat and you're looking for a quick and easy routine where you think you just eat shit and not weigh out or record your food, it's not for you. If you're fat and you're just looking for a quick and easy fix, it's not for you. If you're overweight and you're too lazy to diet and you want to do this thinking, you can get shredded eating junk food and not put in any work, this is also not for you. If you're lazy and you can't find 5 minutes of a day to wait to log out and weigh your meals because you're too busy, this is not for you. Don't waste my fucking time. Now here's the truth. You don't need healthy or clean food to melt fat off quickly and keep it off. You don't need to suffer choking on cans of tuna and broccoli. You don't have to suffer eating dry chicken breasts every 2 hours thinking you'll stoke your metabolic flame. And most people think if they eat one bad meal, they'll balloon up and lose all the progress they made. And this is why most of you guys are fat with big guts and fucking man breasts. But don't worry guys, I will not let that happen to you. I'm not going to let you guys suffer eating rabbit food, chicken salad, which doesn't help your physique or even your self-esteem. Because there's actually no such thing as unhealthy food that turns you automatically into a soft body having insecure man. It's all a math formula. As long as you burn more calories than you take in, you will lose body fat no matter what. And to be honest, you could lose 20 pounds of body fat eating Ho-Hos and Twinkies, but you'll probably end up with diabetes or skinny fat. And no one wants to be skinny fat with diabetes. But I'm here assuming you want to shred in muscular physique, because I mean, who doesn't? And now if you want this lean and muscular person to be you, I'll show you exactly how to eat what you want to lose body fat and build muscle with the correct macronutrient ratios to eat for your body, to find and adjust your calorie guidelines that you can follow to get the lean and jacked body you desire and get you on the path to your dream body. And if you don't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here. I used to be an in-person personal trainer, shredded as fuck at 8% body fat. Then one day, me and my best friend David, we said, hey, let's take a trip to Colombia, to Cali, Colombia. Well, at the time, we did not know was the murder capital of the world. So I was at that side of a nightclub. 2 guys drove up on a motorcycle. They put a gun on my chest, shot me 2 times in the chest, pointed a gun at my head. I grabbed the barrel of the gun. The bullet went straight through my hand. You probably can't see here, but I can't make a fist. This is as far as my hand goes. But then I flew back to Seattle to have surgery on it. I ended up being allergic to anesthesia. But then I went to coma for 3 weeks and ended up being bedridden for 3 months. And when I got out, I was fucking fat as fuck. 50 pounds heavier, and that's me right there. looking like a fucking blob. And bro, I was so fucking depressed. Cause I literally went from like the pinnacle of perfection to this fucking disgusting piece of shit. I was depressed. I literally contemplated suicide, wanting to drive straight into traffic because I hated how my body looked. But then I perfected my new formula and my gym. I regained my confidence back and my physique. And this is me now. So the metabolic hacking method, or MHM, is a formula I built with my own trial and error by experimenting with literally every fad diet or method under the sun to try and get my body back to normal. So I decided to break it all down for you. And this is me before, 52 pounds overweight, but over 5 months, I lost it all, ended up like this. And the cool thing is, I didn't have to give my favorite foods. I actually enjoyed Ben & Jerry's almost every day. After I got leaner, I lost like 20 pounds. I came to the gym. Everyone, Ben, you look so great. What have you been doing? So I told them about my MHM, and they didn't believe me. So I'd still come in eating like a McChicken, McDouble here and there, a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Like, how are you eating this food and still getting lean? So I started teaching them how to do it with my MHM. And that's how my MHM became my number one selling product for all my clients. I actually trained 30 of my clients to lose 20 pounds under 9 days. And that's how I created my 90-day fat incinerator. But enough about me. Let's talk about my client Trevor. So this is him on the left as a dad bod, fat motherfucker. This is him on the right after 3.5 months, wash our abs starting to pop out. In these following steps, I'll outline the entire process from A to Z of what I did to help my client Trevor to accomplish these amazing results of melting 44 pounds in under 3.5 months. And you too can use my MHM method to eat bad food and still lose 20 pounds in under 90 days. So here's the step-by-step breakdown. Phase number 1 is fat loss using my MHM method. First, I had to figure out his BMR, his basal metabolic rate, which is actually called the Mifflin-St. Jean equation. It's complicated. It's actually 6.24 times your weight in pounds, 12.7 times your height in inches, and 6.775 times your age. And that's how you figure out your BMR, but it's not easier. You can just use online calculators to do it as well. Then I had to figure out his TDE, his total daily energy expenditure, meaning the amount of calories his body burns when he's working out, which I used 1.55 because I knew I would have him working out 5 days a week. Then I had to figure out what his macronutrient breakdown was from the food he normally ate. Then next step 3, was setting up the initial fat loss phase for phase number 1. Phase number 4, the fat loss started. The training was German volume training, which is high intensity training, pushing to failure with extremely high volume. Then number 5 was figuring out and following his macronutrient guidelines. Now let me show you how I optimized MHM for Trevor that allowed him to drop the gut and dad bod in less than 100 days. And he didn't have to suffer spending hours in the gym doing cardio or even eat disgusting chicken broccoli and finally see abs. Step number 1 was figuring out his BMR and his TDE, or his total daily energy expenditure. The reason I need his BMR, or basal metabolic rate, because that's the amount of calories his body needs to maintain his current weight at rest, even when he's sleeping. That's where the M comes from, metabolism. Then his TDE, to figure out how much calories his body needs to maintain his body weight so he doesn't burn muscle and only burns body fat with his current activity level. Then I did simple math, multiplying his BMR to 1.69 by 1.55. Then I found his TDE was 3361. So that's the maintenance calories his body needs to not burn muscle and lose only body fat. And the next step was figuring out what his macronutrient breakdown was for the food he normally eats. And the way I figured out what his macronutrient breakdown was, I had him literally record all his food for the very first week on my fitness pal. I said, bro, no matter what you eat, record it all. Even if you eat 10 Big Macs a day, 10 pints of Ben & Jerry's a day, record it all. Don't try and trick me. Don't act like you get healthier, because I need to see what his body eats to see how his body reacts with his normal macronutrient breakdown. So if you ate 10 pints of Ben & Jerry's, I said, dog, don't give a fuck. I want to see how your body changes through it. And the reason for this was for me to see what his normal macro intake was daily. Step number 3, setting up the initial fat loss phase for phase number 1. Calculating his necessary calorie intake. He ate an average of 3,400 calories per week, so his TDE was 3,361. I lowered his calories by only 200, so his new total was only 3161 a week. And you never want to go at too low of a deficit because 3 important reasons. Number one, let's say you're dieting at 1800 calories. You lose 10 pounds pretty quickly, right? Then what's going to happen? You cut to 1700 calories. Then weight loss slows down. 1600 calories. 1500 calories. Every time you cut your calories, it takes even more for you to burn even more body fat. Because our bodies were meant to survive famines. That's why fat's here. Fat loss is to keep us alive during famines. Your body wants to hold on to body fat and wants to burn muscle. And no one wants to burn muscle, you only want to lose body fat. And then if you're eating 1400 calories, the only way you can lose body fat is by doing an hour of cardio. Hour of cardio will only burn 200 calories. And who the fuck would want to do an hour of cardio to burn 200 calories? I won't, because I fucking hate cardio. Next was training. GVT or German volume training. High rep compound exercises. Very high intensity, pushing to failure with very, very high volume. 10 by 10 on heavy compounds with the last set to absolute failure. I kept the rest times very short to make sure his heart rate's elevated for fat burning, to maintain and even put on muscle. He actually added 2 inches to his biceps, so realistically, he burned more than 44 pounds of body fat and put on 5 to 7 pounds of lean body mass. His split was push and pull. So basically 10 sets of dumbbell bench press followed by 10 sets of bent over dumbbell rows. Then he did like 10 sets of incline dumbbell press followed by 10 sets of chin-ups, supersetting everything. Then it was a full-on leg day, then arm and shoulder day, which I call juicy pump day, because who doesn't love a fucking big arm juicy pump? Then was just a straight push day, 10 by 10, then a straight pull day, 10 by 10. Lots of supersets to melt body fat and get a huge pump, because the bigger a pump is, the more muscle gets in your blood, the more fascia expands. And the more fascia expands, it pretty much shows you what your body will look like in the next month or so. Also keeps you really motivated when you go to the gym and you have a big ass pump. You can relate, right? Then the fat loss started. After figuring out what the calories body needed to take in, which we found was 3161, I did a 30-40-30 split of protein, carbs, and fats. I kept carbs the highest so I could cut those as they make the largest difference in weight loss and how your body looks due to the amount of water weight your body drops quickly. Because carbs, they hold a lot of water, so when you cut your carbs, you lose water weight quickly. And the more weight you drop at the beginning, the more motivated you become. Because if you lose 10 pounds at the beginning, you'll probably stick to the diet a lot longer if you lose 1 pound of body fat, right? And you need those quick wins in the beginning to keep you motivated so you don't fall off your diet. Then, all I had to do was follow the macronutrient guidelines, which is 360 grams of carbs, 237 grams of protein, and 105 grams of fat. So all I had to do was follow his macronutrient guidelines and stay underneath his calories, meaning don't go over 3,161 calories, and the fat just melted off. Anytime fat loss stopped, I would either lower his carbs or fats, pretty much depending on how his physique looked. If he started to look flat or he said, Ben, I can't get a good pump, I'd increase his carbs by like 100 calories, but I would also lower his fats by 100 calories to make sure he's within the calorie guidelines, because I never want him going over it, because you have to be in deficit to lose body fat. Because if you're above a deficit, you will not lose body fat no matter what. If you're eating 3,000 calories of protein, your guidelines say 2,700, you will still put on body fat, because calories in, calories out is the truth at the end of the day. And anytime the fat loss slowed down, I would lower his carbs, but I'd also raise his fat slightly to make sure his hunger stays at bay, because fat is only a macronutrient that actually satiates you and keeps you full. And now, actually, I'm on phase 2, aka the reverse diet or the ascension phase. I've increased his carbs and calories by 200 each week. He's still getting leaner and putting on lean body mass. In the past 4 weeks, he's gotten even more visible about abs, as you can see here. He's actually put on 3 pounds of lean body mass, which might not seem like a lot, but imagine if you put on 3 pounds of steak on your body, you'd look a lot bigger, right? And the cool thing is he's coming from a deficit, so everything he eats is being funneled straight to his muscles and does not convert to body fat. So the cool thing about phase 2 or the reverse diet, that's where we can eat more, increase your calories, add more muscle mass, and the more muscle you have, the more your body becomes a fat burning machine. fucking furnace. So what have we learned, guys? We learned there's no such thing as a type of food that makes you fat. It's all a math equation. You just need to know the right macros to keep melting fat while still being able to eat and enjoy the foods you love, as long as you stay within the MHM guidelines, of course. Never ever go above the calories from the MHM guideline because you put on body fat no matter what. I also use the Pareto principle, 80-20, meaning 80% coming from healthy foods and 20% coming from whatever the hell you want to eat. You can do 50-50 if you want, but it's a lot easier because healthier food keeps you a lot more full. For instance, if you have 2,000 calories coming from a brown rice or chicken breast, you'll be a lot more full than if you had 2,000 calories from Big Macs or Twix. So that's why you recommend 80-20. You can lose body fat doing 50-50 if you eat just McDonald's, because I know there's been shows where people lost body fat eating McDonald's, but you'll be a lot more hungrier, and it's not a long-term fix. And you want something long-term that you can stick to forever. The MHM, I'll teach you exactly to find the macronutrients that work for your body, and your body will never change. You can keep using the macronutrients for the rest of your life. Let's say later on you fall off, you binge, you get fat, you can just go back to the same macronutrient guideline that built you and use the same thing and keep the body fat off forever. So guys, now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, high-performing professional, or just a man who's tired of hiding gut under your 5X belt, you're tired of brain fog and being tired after drinking 20 cups of coffee and 4 Red Bulls, I will help you melt off 20 pounds of body fat with my 100-day fat incinerator without giving up your favorite foods. You won't have to suffer doing hours of cardio or losing hours in the gym that you can be spending with your family, your business, or your career. If it doesn't work, you will not pay a fucking thing. If this resonates with you guys, you think you're a good fit, my booking link is below. Fill it out. If you're a good fit, I'll be reaching out to you. I'll help you melt the body fat and turn you a fucking lean, mean machine, just like this. Talk soon, guys. I look forward to it.